I'm going to talk about ENFJs and my experiences with them. So I worked with an ENFJ physician. She, was highly intelligent, kind, and very easy to get along with, easy to work with. She would ask for reassurance at times, as far as like, what do you think about this, or things like that. But she definitely seemed to be TI aspirational, and someone else who knew her from outside of that place had said that she was into like working with homeless shelter or something. Definitely a strong benevolence side to her. I really enjoyed her. And funnily enough, visually, she kind of reminded me of another ENFJ that I was acquainted with at my last jiu-jitsu gym. Like, the memory I have of her is that one time in class, I wasn't often in class with her, so I didn't really see her that often, but we rolled, and then after the roll, she taught me something. She was like, try this, and she was like really nice about it and stuff, and I really appreciated it. That was really good advice, and yeah, it was a good experience with her. She was also a black belt, so she had a lot of experience. And then there was a male ENFJ whom I also met at one of my older jiu-jitsu gyms. He was a black belt and an Enneagram 8, very loud, strong personality. I think he had a crush on me. He would give me like special treatment in class. Like this one class, he was like, hey, what do you want to learn today? And then I'd be like, let's do this. And eventually we hung out a couple times, and I made like a playful joke, and he completely took it wrong. He thought I was calling him stupid, which I think most people would not have made the connection to whatever it was I said. But I mean, if you have TI inferior and you're very sensitive there, and you think someone is calling you stupid, like, you're gonna be really upset. And just his reaction to it, I was like, I think this guy has borderline personality disorder, which he later confirmed. And he ended up apologizing, but yeah, he did not treat me very well, and that was quickly over. Another thing I remember about him was that I just realized he talked a lot, and I wasn't interested at all in what he was saying. He was very boring. Very boring. And then I have an online friend who's an ENFJ. I don't really talk to her that much. I don't know her that much. But she's always been really like nice to me and kind to me. And I remember this one time I had like a negative experience that was kind of hurtful to my children functions, and she just said like the most perfect thing to like soothe me and like made me feel better. So that was really cool. And okay, one more. This was in jiu-jitsu. She was about my age, and we got along. And whenever I was in jiu-jitsu class, I'd always assess my options to think, okay, who do I want to roll with? If there isn't anyone that I want to roll with, then I'm like, okay, who's a good consolation prize? So on that day, it was her. So I had asked her to be my partner, and we were working on like a technique, and she kept like pushing her fist into my chest, which was uncomfortable. It hurt. So I was like, can you please not like push on me right there? It really hurts. She's like, okay. And then she kept doing it, and I don't know people's intentions. I just assume like, you know, someone's either stupid because TE nemesis, or just in this case, what I thought with her was that her SE child was just a child, and I just found it to be completely annoying, and I was like, I never want to roll with her ever again. And that SE child that I was feeling and sensing, that's a very similar feeling to what I felt when I had that last like fake Reiki session with that woman who I thought was an ENTJ or an ENFJ. I was feeling like the SE child. So yeah, when your sensing is like, I have pessimistic sensing and ENFJs have optimistic sensing. The child and hero are optimistic. The sensing, like, it just causes like annoyance. Like, yeah, I really like being with people who have pessimistic sensing functions, regardless if it's extroverted sensing or introverted sensing. If it's pessimistic, they're gonna get on my nerves a lot less, like, for sure. So yeah, overall, I've had really positive experiences with ENFJs. Oh my god, okay, one more. She was the one I knew the longest. So I worked with her. She was my supervisor. Very highly intelligent, a lot of knowledge. She was my supervisor for like 5 years or more, and I only had one like really bad experience with her, and I think she was just like, I don't know, having a bad day or something, and so she like, I felt my FE inferior, like I felt a hit to my FE inferior, to the point where I was kind of like crying. And so I think I mentioned that to someone, probably either the ISTJ or ESTJ in the office. I don't even remember who I told this to. And I guess they told her. I don't think I told her. I don't remember. I told someone, and then she apologized, and then she like never did that again. The only other complaint I had about her as a boss was that she could definitely be like a little controlling, not terribly controlling, but like more controlling than I like, you know what I mean? I didn't like that. I have had the opportunity to work for her again, and just remembering the controlling part just made me feel like, no, I don't want to. Like, if I absolutely had to, I had no other options, yeah, okay, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, having a boss that is not at all controlling is always going to be preferable to someone who is. Yeah, so overall, my experiences with ENFJs have been really good. They're good people overall, and yeah, Templars are pretty awesome. I guess something I would say to ENFJs, because I have seen this, like, learn how to validate yourself, give yourself that validation and love, and make sure, I mean, I can't even imagine how hard this must be with FE Hero, because it's not like you can shut it off like I can with FE Inferior, you know? Like, you just, like, care about people, and I guess you can't really turn that off. So I guess, I don't know, what's helped me is, like, because I've been in a lot of, like, really toxic relationships over and over and over and over, and just the codependency and just empathy really gets you, you know what I mean? Have empathy for yourself above all else, above everyone else. Have empathy for yourself. Have respect for yourself. Use your TI inferior. Really strengthen that, you know? And grow your parent function, because your parent, that's where the responsibility is. And I haven't really thought this through with you guys, but for me, like, any situation I'm in where I started learning boundaries and all that, is I would ask myself, okay, what's the responsible thing for me to do? So it's like, I'm not making a decision with how I feel or with empathy. It was more, what's the thing I can do for myself that is safe, responsible, and honors me? So do that for yourself, because you are worthy of your own care and attention and love and support. Talk to yourself, talk to your inner childs, and soothe them, give them the love and care and support they need. And don't stay in toxic relationships, like, even if it's like a child. I mean, if your child is 18 and they're treating you like crap, I'm sorry, like, if you stick around for that, you deserve it, because you're sticking around. Like, you have to actually do the action of leaving. You have to give the tough love. And I know it's hard, because it's like, oh my God, I'm like hurting their feelings. So, what about your feelings? Get in touch with your feelings. Your feelings matter. Your heart matters. Learn how to meditate. Get in touch with your body, the sensations, somatic exercises, breathing exercises, and meditating. Go to your heart. Gratitude for me helps me get into my heart, because it's hard. It's, you know, it's in our shadow. So you have to really be intentional with it, but really dedicate yourself to being there for yourself. Don't ever abandon yourself ever again. If you keep practicing that, consistent with it, it gets easier and easier and easier. And I promise you'll be a lot happier, you'll be a lot healthier, your diseases will start to go away. Invest in yourself. You are worth it. You are worthy. Give yourself what you need. Don't rely on anyone else for that. Do that for yourself.